The debate commission wants to change the rules. They want to give the moderators the ability to cut off the microphone of somebody who goes over time because, as most of you have probably heard, the debate was a dumpster fire, an S show, as CNN's Dana Bash called it. But Donald Trump is saying no. You know why? Because Donald Trump won. Now, of course, they're going to tell you all the polls say that Joe Biden won. Donald Trump didn't win. Are you crazy, Tim? Stop trying to defend Donald Trump. I don't care about what the polls say in terms of who people think won. I care about whether or not I care about whether or not Donald Trump improved his standing. And what we got from that debate was a garbled mess. But following it, Donald Trump's polling improved, at least according to Rasmussen, who, again, just one poll, okay? But they were the most accurate in 2016. They still have Donald Trump's approval rating underwater, but they say that it's going up. Take a look at this story from the Washington Examiner. Trump up in first post-debate poll on the rise again. So why would Donald Trump submit to a rule change that would hinder him? He wouldn't, and he's not. RNC and Trump campaign push back on changing debate rules. The Republican National Committee and Trump campaign are signaling they will oppose changes to the presidential debate structure after the nonpartisan commission that manages the events said it is exploring potential adjustments following the chaotic contest in Cleveland. Appearing on Fox News, Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna Romney McDaniel said that the commission should not make any adjustments without the support of both campaigns and that the rules should not be changed in the middle of the campaign after both sides agreed to specific parameters. McDaniel also suggested that the Commission on Presidential Debates was pursuing changes in order to assist Democratic nominee Joe Biden, arguing that the former vice president got away without answering tough questions at the first debate. Quote, I hope the Committee on Presidential Debates does not change the rules to once again protect Joe Biden from answering to the American people. McDaniel indicated she does not support a change that would see either candidate's microphone cut off if they break the rules after President Trump repeatedly interrupted moderator Chris Wallace and Biden during Tuesday night's debate. Quote, I don't think you should be changing the rules that they have agreed to, and I do not think this commission has the right to just arbitrarily change rules without talking to both candidates and getting agreements and input from both sides, McDaniel said when asked if she would support such a change. Wallace also told the New York Times in an interview following the debate that he opposed moderators having the power to cut off candidates' microphones, arguing it wouldn't succeed in reducing disruptions. McDaniel said the one change she would suggest is that the moderator not move on to the next segment until the candidate answers a question, noting that Biden did not answer whether he supports packing the Supreme Court when asked by Wallace toward the beginning of the Cleveland debate. I'll tell you this. You want to know what I would do? If I ask you a question, you answer it. Joe Biden, would you pack the Supreme Court? Yes or no? Come on, man. No, Trump, you wait. We're going to sit here as long as it takes until you answer the question. They didn't do that. I'd do the same thing to Donald Trump. But Donald Trump's a loudmouth. He doesn't shut up. He doesn't have a problem answering questions. He might not like his answers, but he's going to spit and spout all day, all night. Now, Joe Biden refused. When Trump said, can you name one law enforcement agency? Joe Biden goes, we don't have time. You had time to say we don't have time. Reminds me of that Family Guy joke where Brian, the dog, owes Stewie money. And then he puts on a fake mustache and tries to sneak past Stewie. And so Stewie beats him up. And he's like, you got money for fake mustaches? You don't got money to pay me back? Joe Biden, you got time to say words like we don't have time? Spare me the lies, dude. We don't have time. Nobody supports you in law enforcement, bro. Here's a quote. Maybe then we'll get a real answer from Joe Biden as to how he is honestly going to govern, McDaniel said on Fox. Do you support the Green New Deal? Do you support law and order? Are you going to stack the Supreme Court? Are you going to get rid of the filibuster? They came out hot and they went after each other. And these are grown men and they're going to be on the world stage and they can handle a debate, she added later. I don't think that we need to put parameters in to make sure that it is softer and easier and nicer. The commission said in a statement on Wednesday that it would weigh structural changes to the debates following Tuesday's contest, which was marred by interruptions and insults that overshadowed any real policy discussions. Listen, Donald Trump deserves criticism for insulting people all the time, but he wasn't insulting Joe Biden at the debate. Joe Biden was insulting him, calling him a clown. I was recently talking to some dudes and they were like, how dare you call the president a clown during a debate? And I'm like, come on, man. To quote Joe Biden again, Donald Trump's called during the presidential debates in 2016, during the primaries, he was insulting all these people nonstop. Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe. So you're not going to get me on that Joe Biden insulted him. But I will tell you this. If Joe Biden thought he was going to keep himself out of the dirt, now he jumped right in. So you know what? If I got a choice between two bombastic personalities insulting each other, I'm going to choose the one who's better at it. Like, why would I choose the guy who's bad at it? Get out of here. Here's a quote. Last night's debate made clear that additional structure would be added to the format of the remaining debates to ensure more orderly discussion. Shut up. CBS News reported the commission plans to implement a change that would cut off Trump or Biden's microphone if either candidate breaks the rules. Trump has faced criticism from Republicans over his performance during the debate. They argue he squandered an opportunity to change the course of the race and potentially hurt his standing among some voters. Still, Trump projected confidence in his performance on Wednesday and signaled he looked forward to the next debate before claiming that Biden does not want to move forward with the second event, despite his campaign saying otherwise. At a briefing later Thursday, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany did not directly answer when asked whether Trump would commit to participating in the next debate before the rules were changed, saying only that he deserves a fair contest. Quote, he thinks the only way there is a fair debate is a change in the moderator and a change in the Democratic nominee. What? McEnany told reporters. He wants to debate. He plans on being at the debate, but he wants the rules to be fair and wants a fair exchange and doesn't want rules that cover for a certain candidate's inability to perform well. The Trump campaign reacted to the commission's announcement on Wednesday by accusing it of pursuing changes that would help Biden. Quote, they're only doing this because their guy got pummeled last night, Campaign Communications Director Tim Murtaugh said in a statement. President Trump was the dominant force, and now Joe Biden is trying to work the refs. They shouldn't be moving the goalposts and changing the rules in the middle of the game. And I agree with that. Tuesday's debate was the first of three between Trump and Biden. The next will be October 15th and October 22nd. Vice President Pence and Kamala Harris, Biden's running mate, will participate in the single vice presidential debate on Wednesday. And that is going to be probably awful. But I guess we're all going to watch it, right? It's very obvious why they're changing the rules. Check this out from Washington Examiner. They say, the media panned President Trump's rowdy debate performance, but it appears that it helped him and he is on the rise again, according to the first post-debate approval. And actually, according to another poll, I think it was Emerson, Trump did see a slight improvement. I believe it was a slight improvement. But across the board, Trump has improved quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. But they say this. According to the poll analysis, this survey is the first to include a night of polling following the first debate between Trump and Biden. The president's approval ran from the low 50s for 10 days throughout the end of last week, but dropped as low as 46% in the first 3 days of this week, following the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett. They say by next Monday morning, all 1,500 voters in the daily tracking survey have been polled following, the debate. We can see that it's now Trump's approval is at 49% total approval and total disapproval is 41, which is a huge shift because on the 31st, the day before, on the 28th, it was 46 to 53. The debate happened 47-52. Give it a couple of days, and now Trump's approval rating has gone up. Of course, we did see that Trump won among Spanish speakers. 66% in Telemundo Twitter poll think Trump just won the debate. Now, again, I've stressed this. These are Twitter debates. They're not scientific, okay? But it does show no enthusiasm. No enthusiasm. What does that mean? If you, okay, so you might say that these polls on Twitter are no good. We have the Rasmussen one. Maybe you say that's no good. Fine. The Twitter polls don't just show Trump's approval. They show the enthusiasm. In fact, I would argue they show enthusiasm more than anything else. I noticed this when I see these polls where there was one woman who said something like, who's more dangerous, Antifa or like, I can't remember who she said, the Proud Boys or something. And everyone said Antifa. And then she was like, well, they're rigging my poll and they're spamming it. It's like, so you mean that your people, your side, couldn't muster the willpower to click retweet? Well, in that case, I don't think there's any enthusiasm on your side. I think you're being propped up by the establishment and it's creating an illusion that you have support. I think these regular people who are saying that they don't like Trump aren't going to go out and vote. I don't think they care enough, dude, because there are even Trump supporters who are probably too lazy and probably won't go out and vote. And you better do it. And you better make sure you bring 3 friends with you to go vote. But I see these anti-Trump people. I don't think they're going to vote. I really don't. Trump's approval picked up a little bit following the debate. And so they're trying to change the rules because they know Joe Biden got destroyed on stage. We can talk all day and night about decorum, about policy, but many people, look, a lot of people are just going to be like, can he hold his own? I don't care if Donald Trump is just yelling the whole time. Is he going to own the stage? And you can't deny it. You can argue that Biden won for a lot of reasons, but Trump owned the stage. So what do they want to do? Change the rules so that Trump can't fire back. Now, I think Trump would be better served if he calmed down a little bit, because he puts his foot in his mouth sometimes. It's a fact. But you can't deny that he just walks all over Biden, man. It's worse than Hillary, dude. At least Hillary could be, shrill and commanding. Joe Biden just got, he got crushed. Absolutely crushed. The next debates are going to be awful. I'll leave it there. I got a couple more segments coming up in a few minutes. Stick around and I will see you all shortly.